morning. We're going to do this morning with Sarah Casselman, who's the fashion editor of Fashion Magazine, and thanks for coming in.
Good morning.
Let's start. I love the hits and misses, so let's start with the hits. Who did you think looked great last night?
Well, right off the top, I thought Leah Michelle was fabulous. She had that optimistic salmon pink color.
Yes.
Oscar de la Renta, you can never go wrong with Oscar on a red carpet.
Full glam, can you?
Full glam.
Who else?
And ruffles were fantastic.
Yes.
Eva Longoria also hit the mark. I think she did best in black. She definitely knows her figure. She's got killer curves. She's a very petite girl, but she rocked that dress like no other. And loved the little bejeweled element on her waistline.
It was terrific. Little tripping on the train there. Some of them were so elaborate, the long trains.
That's right.
Some of the couple of the ones that I liked, I loved, for example, Claire Danes in Calvin Klein. Love the color, love the simplicity of it as well. There's a still of her on the right, and there's Anne Hathaway backless, va 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 voom, in Armani Privé on the left.
Gorgeous, yes. I think Claire Danes definitely hit the mark as well. Calvin Klein had two winners between Claire Danes and Emma Stone. Those hot pink and salmon colors are very hot going into spring.
Oh, so that's one of the big trend colors, isn't it?
And
Corals.
very young Hollywood. Looked very minimalist, very chic and sleek.
Okay.
And Anne Hathaway, I mean, that looked just like a knockout. I love that Armani Privé. Gorgeous. We're seeing those bold shoulders, very sort of 1980s inspired, and she looked every bit the movie star.
So if coral was a big color trend, can we talk about the green? Because I'm not sure that everybody pulls it off, but we saw Catherine Zeta-Jones in green last night, Angelina Jolie as well. Here's some of the, there is Angelina there.
She looked great, and you know, people were a little uncertain at first. Was green really the best choice for the red carpet? I think she made it work. Certainly she had the best accessory on her arm of the night, Brad Pitt. There's Catherine Zeta and Monique Lhuillier looking very much the glamorama that she is.
Yes.
Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men looked great in her strapless Donna Karan, that rich emerald color. And I think they really hit the mark. They did a great job. It was that rich jewel tone. They kept jewelry to a minimum, and it looked very fresh and modern.
And with Angelina Jolie, again, with the big shoulders, is that a trend that we should watch for?
Bold shoulders are definitely, that looked very fresh to me on the red carpet. Certainly Anne Hathaway had that look as well, and I think long sleeves and a bold shoulder looks very new on the red carpet this season.
Okay, here's the fun part. Who didn't pull off the look?
Well, we love Helena Bonham Carter, but unfortunately,
for her acting.
Exactly. She's a fabulous actress. She definitely marches to her own drummer, and she was in Vivienne Westwood. Fabulous runway gown, but you know, she's just you know, wacky and cool, and
I wonder,
she
you
just
wouldn't have
goes with
necessarily expected anything else from her, but she looked really good as the Queen Mom.
That's right.
Maybe not so much last night. So there's one. Who else were you not so keen on?
Well, Nicole Kidman, again, gorgeous lady, very statuesque. Certainly, she was in Prada, and it was a lovely shape on her, that long one-shouldered column. Unfortunately, the color, I think, was a bit of a miss. With her lovely sort of alabaster skin, gorgeous skin tone and hair, it really fell flat. I would have loved to see her in a rich jewel tone and perhaps an amethyst color.
Okay, certainly a lot of the other winners, a lot of the women were in various shades of white and nude as well, to varying degrees of success. And anybody else stand out for you as somebody whose stylist perhaps shouldn't have
I know.
Be getting a big
Michelle
paycheck?
Williams, she is such a great actress, and I think that she has not had her red carpet moment yet. Here she is in floral bedecked Valentino. Again, a great runway dress. I think it really fell flat on the red carpet, but I love her little gamine pixie cut.
Yeah, new hair.
And her makeup looks fresh.
Okay, let's turn to the men. First of all, we got to stop for a moment at the, as I did mention at the outset of this, salons around the world are going to be on the phone with the young men saying, I got to get a haircut because Justin Bieber has changed his do.
That's right. Sweet 16-year-old Justin. Exactly. So he's gone from that sort of tousled, constantly flipping hairdo to something perhaps a little more mature. He's taking a stance now that he's getting a little bit older. He's got perhaps a new girlfriend on his arm, Selena Gomez. So he's coming into his own. He's got that sort of softer, a bit shorter, textured look. He does look a little bit older. And perhaps this goes with his new look for a new album.
All right, yeah, Grammy's coming up. He'll be there as well. So we'll see if that's emulated as his last hairstyle was. Overall for the men, let's again look at the picks and the pans for the men in their tuxes. or not always tuxes.
That's right. So we saw a lot of that classic old Hollywood look from Ryan Gosling in his velvet tux jacket and oversized bow tie, sort of very Cary Grant with his slicked pushback hair. Brad Pitt, of course, in his Tom Ford tuxedo. Fantastic. It couple with Angelina. Oh, so hot. And Colin Firth, of course, also looked fantastic.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. Now, I don't know if I'd call him a pan, but definitely he went outside the box. He wore a gray suit, a white shirt, and a bold red tie. He is another one that marches to his own drummer. And I think that, you know, he's somebody that's not going to be worried too much about hitting the right or wrong list in terms of fashion.
I watched a quick interview with him on the red carpet. He said it takes him about 45 minutes to get ready. And I think he just said, well, I felt like, you know, something different, a bit of a bold move. But I'm with you in the Hollywood glamour of it all. I like the tuxes.
I love it. Classic.
So overall, quickly, big trends for women particularly that we're going to take from what we saw on the red carpet that we're going to see coming through for spring.
For spring, we're going to see a lot of ruffles, that feminine, girly appeal. We're going to see Scarlett Johansson wore lace. We're going to see that vintage inspiration coming back, very 1970s. And color, big, bold, bright hues like we're seeing in those salmon pinks and corals and emeralds and blue.
Nice. Sarah, thank you. We'll look forward to reading about it, seeing that in the pages of fashion. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you so much.
Sarah Casselman, our guest.